raise your kids, raise your goddamn kids. Raise your kids, raise your kids, raise your goddamn kids.
Get ready in there, we're coming in. Let's race.
Oh, this game looks so rad. Glad you like it. We're playing on Shadow dropping it soon. What? No, dude, let me show it off at the Game Awards. The world needs to see this masterpiece. But we don't have enough money for a slot. No need to worry, I'll get you one for free. In fact, I'll save it for the very last as the big reveal. Oh, for real? How can we say no to that? That sounds great. Yeah, and you'll get so many players upon launch. I don't see any downsides here. Win, win, win no matter what. Everyone's gonna love this game.
RetroRombi.
Bro, I might be a liability. What's good, everyone? So this time I'm gonna do something a little different. Usually this would be like a supercut video with some inconsistent audio levels because I don't know what the right balance is. But this time I think it'd be better if I sort of document my experience with this game and how I ended up either liking it or not liking it, which shouldn't be too hard to figure out which side of the fence I'm on. Now I'm gonna let you all know right now, if you're looking for a serious in-depth review of this game, this is not the place to be. You're gonna have to look somewhere else, because these types of games aren't usually my cup of tea. I really only fuck with Marvel Rivals on some occasions, but this game, well, even though I'm bad at the game, I can still talk about it. So without further ado, HighGuard! More likely or not, you've heard of this game and all the videos of people dunking on it. And after watching said videos, you almost immediately forgot about it and moved on to something else with your life. So why am I giving this game the time of day? I don't know, I got nothing better to do. Like, damn bro, why you gotta ask me all these fucking questions? Okay, truthfully, I wanna see just how good or bad this game is. I remember going online and seeing some people who couldn't even launch the game, like, it should have been Alex Lee, not him! Who's having issues.
What happens is I get taken to the loading screen, as you'll see right here. And then I'll just get booted out. Watch. This has been my experience with HighGuard for the last, 30 minutes, like the last hour.
And I know that clip is from launch day, but it's still not a good first impression on the game. But anyways, for the benefit of y'all who are only hearing about this game now, I'll give you a brief explanation. So you see, HighGuardian Spice is yet another multiplayer live service game. This time it's being developed by a company known as Wildlight, which is made up of ex-developers from, hold on, let me check here. Titanfall and Apex Legends. Oh, well, that's interesting. I should probably mention that when the game first appeared on Steam, that aspect was written into the description before later getting removed at the release. I wonder why. Now this game supposedly takes aspects from literally every other live service game and mashes them together, which may sound cool at first since, they're trying to appeal to everyone, but I don't know, I'm only familiar with Rivals, so I'll just have to see for myself how this game plays. Remember, not the best person if you're looking for something serious here. And, on the topic of Marvel Rivals, I realized that HighGuard only requires 25 gigabytes of storage as opposed to Rivals' pretty high 70 gigabyte count. So that means that HighGuard must be optimized pretty well, right? Hold on, let me check Steam DP real quick. Okay, it's made using Unreal. Alright, I'm sure, yeah, Unreal 4 might be good. Yeah, it's made with Unreal 4, right? It is made with Unreal 4, right?
Oh, god damn it!
Then again, if it is made with Unreal 5, that should keep me entertained and it might be a huge mess. Now I'm actually getting excited, let's do it! Wow! This game is, wow, so what do I have to say about this game? I mean, I've definitely seen worse looking games out there, but I have to say, HighGuard definitely isn't anything special when it comes to graphics. I did notice this weird little oddity when playing the tutorial. Roll the clip.
That power is what makes us special, unique. Let's see what yours can do. Now's the time to really
I'm
shine.
not standing.
Move up to those walls.
Do you
and show
see
me what
this?
you've got.
His mouth doesn't move unless I'm extremely close to him. But I backed up like an inch, and then his mouth wasn't moving. What the hell? Yeah, I was on high settings, and I don't know about you, but that was kind of weird. Other than that, nothing in this game really sticks out to me personally. When I was in the tutorial and looked around, I was thinking that maybe they were trying to go for a sort of watercolor-esque style that they just didn't expand on, but after taking another look at the footage, I have to say it's a step up from those fan-made Unreal Tech demos for Nintendo games.
Nintendo, hire this man. Nintendo, hire this man. He's using Unreal Engine in any way he can.
What I'm trying to say is that this game looks passable. Not bad, but definitely not as groundbreaking as you'd think it'd be, with Jeff Keighley hyping it up and everything. Now on to the actual game itself, I thankfully didn't have any issues queuing for a match. And then I was prompted to choose a character, because yeah, this game is part hero shooter as well, and much like the environment, none of these characters stand out to me. Maybe except for Una. I do like the design of her mask, and that's kind of neat, but other than that, there's personally nothing here that stands out to me. Now say what you want about Concord's character designs, they weren't good, but they were interesting to the point that had people redesigning them and make them look more appealing. Alright, people were talking about these characters. I ain't heard a single soul talk about these guys. So I actually get into the match and I realize, bro, I might be a liability. I don't know where the fuck to go.
Let's go.
What the fuck?
Right.
God damn it.
Shots been deployed.
My armor broke. Did I mention I'm probably not the best person to do a serious video on this game? Now I might suck ass, but that don't mean there weren't things I didn't notice while playing, like the controls. They actually feel nice. I played one match with mouse and keyboard and one match with a controller. They both feel pretty good. Weapons feel good firing most of the time. The only thing I thought was odd was the melee attack having some sort of rhythm aspect to it, but it didn't take that long for me to understand it, and it's not so bad. The second thing I noticed when I was in an actual match was just how big the maps were. I mean it when I say that they were big. Maybe too big. Like, do you really need a map this big for only 6 players at a time? At the time I recorded my footage, there was a 5v5 mode, but it didn't really feel too different from the normal mode. Plus, it was limited time only. Like, compare this to Marvel Rivals for a second. By comparison, the maps aren't as big and there are multiple spawn points depending on what kind of match you're doing. While in High on Life over here, you die, you get sent all the way back to your base. If of course you're not in a raid that's in your favor. Then again, I died so many times, so I could be wrong about that. The third thing I know is that it doesn't take too long for an overtime to happen. I think the devs might have intended for matches to be way shorter than they actually are. Like, this 5v5 match I played was like over 20 minutes long, and I was having so much fun. Out of attack roll. Wait, I can't respawn? I'm just dead?
Keep going.
What is... what?
Mounting up.
We've got some extra time before the next storm. Ready yourself.
Wait, what? Do we have to do it again?
Right, team. Next shield breaker won't form for a few. Use
There's
this time wisely.
more! Come on, man, I gotta go to work.
Heads up.
Alright, so what do you actually do in this game? Well, I would personally describe this as a tower defense meets hero shooter, as the first couple of minutes you start off by pulling out defenses for your base, and then going out for resources and upgrades. So yeah, basically you have 2 minutes of prep time, then after that you're tasked with grabbing the shield breaker, this cool looking sword that you can't attack with. Instead, you use it to break the shield of the enemy base. Oh, that's That's why they call it that. After you manage to get inside, you gotta destroy a couple of these generators or destroy the heart of the base in the center. If you don't manage to do either of these things, then the whole cycle repeats from the very beginning.
Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet?
Though if you're on the losing side and it's overtime, you won't be able to respond, so you gotta hope that your opponents don't manage to actually destroy your base and, you know, the cycle just repeats. Though when I was playing, I was hoping that they destroyed the base and ended the game already, because I noticed something. I wasn't having any fun. Not in the slightest. But maybe it's just me. I mean, there's no cute baby shark to keep me interested. And yeah, I suck ass at FPS shooters. I'm not afraid to admit it. So don't take my word for any of this, okay? Play the game yourself. I mean, it is free. What do you have to lose? Other than your time. Hell, I'm sure this game doesn't have much time left. I mean, look at the Steam charts. That's not good for a live service game. But hey, if you like HighGuard, good for you. You're able to like something that I didn't really fuck with that much. And I'm not gonna shame you for it. If you're like me, however, and you thought this game was a waste of time, much like this video, might I suggest, I don't know, literally any other game in your library, even if it's a bad game. Because sometimes, a bad game can be way more interesting than a mediocre one. And who knows, you might have something more interesting to talk about. Now that's all the time I have for today. Feel free to give me feedback in the comments. Thank you for watching, and remember to stay cool. Now I'm about to go check out Overwatch's newest update. I heard they're getting their shit together, and I never really played Overwatch, so maybe it'll be good. And hold on a goddamn minute. HighGuard. Overwatch. It's the same title. Oh my god, it's the same fucking title!
I've played it, and after you see this trailer, I think you're going to want to as well. Welcome to HighGuard.